Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Was gonna wait for this, but still no manga stream chapter translation out. I can't wait any longer, so I figured why not? And besides the fact, someone sent me a message, Brandon S. He sent me a message. Um, this is for Attack on Titan, by the way, chapter review, 52. But he told me, he sent a message saying there's an extra chapter, like a point 0.5. So this is going to be chapter 52 review and the extra chapter. Figure might as well, so to speak. But anyway, this chapter 52 of Attack on Titan, this one was insane. This one just completely stomps on the other chapters the last 2 weeks. Yeah, that's how good it was. This was a great chapter. Pretty much we start off with Levi, Rivali. He's with Eren and the gang, and they're basically saying that they had plenty of time now. And the chapter is called Historia'S. And he's basically Raleigh's telling them that let's clear up the situation and make sure we have our future objective, and basically, sealing the whole wall of Maria. That's basically what he's saying here, and they're basically talking to him back and forth, and everything. Armin's saying about how, Titan's bodies are used, crystallized bodies are used to seal the wall. That's pretty much what he's saying there, and, Rivali continues talking. And this conversation is pretty much what's going on through the majority of this first, like the first half of the chapter is majority of that, until Hanji chimes in. And, it's, she brings up a very interesting point that she brings up. Basically, Rivali's saying to Hanji, how it's up to you now to find a suitable place to test this out, for them to experiment, for them to get a chance for Eren to use the hardening of his skin as a Titan. That's basically what Rivali is implying with Hanji. Hanji was fantastic. There were two people in this chapter that were fantastic, from my point of view. I thought Hanji was great in this chapter, and definitely Kalista, Historia. Now, Hanji was like saying that that it's going to be extremely labor intensive and so on and so forth. First, we need to restore Walmira. It's more pressing than ever. And she brings up the point that she wants to test Eren's power, as soon as possible. Every second is a second waste, so on and so forth. Say that we will also need to fish out more details after Eren transforms into Titan. And she brings up the whole thing of him able to command Titans, but that's for later on. And it would be able to overturn the situation. And saying that we can't dig around anymore. She says, I want Eren to conceal himself a bit longer. And they're like, why is that? Why is that? And Rivali's like, this is not like you. You would jump the chance for this opportunity to explore Titans more, to experiment more. Anticipation. Now you have this expression on your face. And tell me why, Hanji. And then she says she drops an A-bomb. A nuclear bomb on everyone. Pastor Nick is dead. When I read that, I was like, what? Complete shock went over me when I saw this, people. I was like, you must be joking. read the rest of the chapter, I was like, whoa. Though, but the thing that surprised me the most, but I really shouldn't have been surprised, but I still was, how he died. I was like, that's fucked up. There were a lot of moments in the chapter that were fucked up. Big time. Big time. So she drops that A-bomb, and it's like, Jesus Christ, everyone's like, holy shit. His Nick was found, his body was found, it's homicide. Homicide, someone killed him. And then we have these Joe Schmo military police basically telling her not to get in, this is our job, you get the hell out of here. And then she's questioning them and blah blah blah. And he's like barking. This guy was a douche. He says, "Oh, how about live outside the walls altogether? This would save the people on taxes." He's basically barking orders to Hanji. It was bullshit. It's like, get the fuck off your high horse, you military police division dumb prick. And basically he continues on flapping his gums, and he's like, and this part of the chapter kind of confused me, because we see he's holding something, and it's blurred. I don't know what that was. I was very confused at that part of the chapter. It looks like they're holding something, and it's blurred. And I think it was like a middle finger she was giving him, or what, I don't know. But anyway, and he's saying that Nick bumped into a robber, he must have been scared and everything, and so on and so forth. And then she brings up the whole wall cult to this guy, and so on and so forth. And she then states that she's gotten carried away, and then once you've captured the culprit, please give these despicable villains my regards, when they discover who did this. And then Hanji got dark. Yo, I was like, Hanji, yo, whoa. She was ready to say, make sure when you find these bastards, you send them to hell. Satan's waiting for them. When I saw this, she was word for word. But these fucking excuses don't mean shit to me. I will make those scums take pains that are 100 times worse than what my friend had went through. Ha ha, how pitiful. And then she walks away, she says farewell, and she says, Central Military Police 1st Division Officer, the skin on his knuckles cracked. And basically saying that Nick was tortured by the Central Military Police 1st Division for questioning, and then killed off. I was like, wow. So already now, for this chapter, we have corruption, which I expected in Attack on Titan. When you think about the mystery with the walls and everything, you expect that there's something going down here. It's pretty bad. You got these divisions now, and I think it was Nostradamus, he was talking to me about it. You have these divisions in the walls. There are people who are doing shitty shit right in their back door. They're focused on what's outside the wall, where they should be focused on what's inside the wall. And that was really thrown in front of us in this chapter. And it was deep. Like, whoa. Holy shit. You did not expect this. The rest of the chapter then goes into details of something else. The rest of the chapter has to do with someone else. And after that scenario what she told, what happened and everything, and Hanji then blames herself. She says, I was so naive. It was my responsibility for his passing, because she was the one who sent him to that area to live in. And basically, Rivali saying that most likely what happened was um, what was it? I was just looking here. The Wall Cult, probably what happened was the Wall Cult hired the military police to Pastor Nick and interrogate him. After that, Raleigh says a few words saying how, it's most likely they want to make sure the association between House Rice and the Wall Cult would not be linked, and to discover where Aaron and Historia were, and so on and so forth. Um, Basically saying, as he says, um, that there's someone behind us with a knife in the back. So, we'll be stabbed in the back, basically, from people not outside the wall, but from inside as well. Um, and basically, the plan is then, as Raleigh's saying, like, what do you want to do now, Hanji? She wants to do both. She wants to go after the people that did this to Nick, and she wants, I think, what was the other one? The other part was, um, oh, that's right, outside or inside. So they're going to do both. They're going to go after the people who attacked Nick, killed Nick, and at the same time repair Wall Maria. After that, we have this little thing with Connie saying about, the people who turned his village into Titans, and saying that Ymir too was laughing at it. And that's when Krista decides to say a few words to Connie. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. So that's when we go into this segue with, and saying that she's defending Ymir and saying that she just didn't want you to hurt you, and so on and so forth. And saying that I understand her. And that's when we get into Krista's childhood. Now, let me just give it very simple what happened here. She had a mother, Krista. She had a father. And her mother was a bitch. A bitch. What I mean, a bitch? Holy crap. She wouldn't even look at her own daughter. And she's part of the house called Reiss. Reiss. Which is connected to the Wall Cult. And she lived with her mother, and so on and so forth. And her mother wouldn't give her the time of day. And when she would one time she goes and hugs her mother slaps her and just tells her to get the hell away. Then after that, we have a scene in this flashback where she's with her mother and her father, and her father says, "I'm going to take you away," and her mother, in a crowd full of people, screams, and these Joe Schmo show up. And this was so fucked up, I swear to God. She admits that she has no connection with this man, that is not my child, and everything. And that's when these guys grab her, Krista's mother, grabs her, Krista's mother, and cuts her throat. And before they cut her throat, she says, "I wish I never gave birth to you." And they're about, after they cut her throat and they kill her, they're about to kill Krista. And then her father stops and makes a deal. You're no longer Historia. From now on, you will be Krista. And that's when the chapter ends after that. And I was like, Jesus, what is going on? So, essentially, that's what happened. And it was so fucked up. So fucked up. I'm glad the mother died. I really do. And then she says that after that happened, and at that age, at 12, I enlisted in the training corps, and I met you folks. That was fucked up. Now, this chapter gets a 5 out of 5. Oh shit, this was crazy. Overall, great chapter. Man, Jesus Christ. Between Pastor Nick dying and you get a flashback of Historia, her flashback, how fucked up her childhood was? Crazy. Unbelievable. So, 5 out of 5 for this, but like I said, there's more. There was this extra chapter. Now, I'm not going to go into details, and it was really, really, really short, but let me just tell you in layman terms what happened. This was Ymir, Brutholt, and Reiner. And basically she's saying to them that she doesn't regret what she did and so on and so forth. And Brutholt's asking her, why did you save me? I heard you scream. If you guys hadn't breached these walls, I'd still be in an eternal nightmare. I only want to return to what I took from you back then. And she's like saying to herself, it's not bad to play goddess. And that's the end of the extra chapter. That was crazy too. I was like, whoa. Didn't see this coming, this extra chapter. But that chapter, it was very small. It wasn't really much to it. But it just goes to show that even though Ymir, she's basically saying that it's not bad to play the goddess, which Ymir's motivation in this whole situation is that she wants to repay them for what she took from them, Reiner and Brutholt. And I thought it was an interesting extra chapter. I thought it was good to see this side after what happened in like last months. I thought that was good. I thought it was really great to see that shit go down. So, yeah. The actual chapter 52, 5 out of 5. This small chapter, 4 out of 5. Not much said here, but it just goes to show you Ymir's kind of resolve now. And even Reiner said to her, you can't go back to that anymore. You can't go see Historia anymore. Krista, you can't do that anymore. And she understood. So this is, it's like 3 fucked up things happened in like one series of chapter, 2 chapters, chapter and a half. So pretty good. Bankai 922. This is gonna be great, man. Historia? Shit, that was fucked up. Yeah. Her mother is oh man. Oh, that reminded me of like Kentaro-san. Remember that? First episode of Kentaro-san? Shit. But unlike Kentaro-san, this mother gets axed. So, good for her, bitch. And then Pastor Nick. Man, corruption within the walls. This shit is gonna be awesome next month. And I mean next month, I mean obviously the new year in January. It's gonna be bonkers. Just crazy shit go down. Wow, 18 minutes. I will do the whole thing. But yeah, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. See you guys later. Oh man, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Oh, Historia, man, that was fucked up. Oh my god. You read something like that and you have no way. How do you express it? Unbelievable. That's all I got for you guys. Bankai 922. After this, I'll probably do 7 Deadly Sins. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll see you guys later.